Welcome, I'm Doreen Milano, and this is Big Ideas Small Business. My guest today is Dr. Michael Burks Jr., and we are going to talk about business coaching. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned.
You're tuned into Big Ideas Small Business with Doreen Milano. Doreen brings energy, focus, and creativity with the most cutting-edge tools and systems needed to grow business, drive profits, and achieve dreams. Ready to rise? Here's your host, Doreen Milano.
Welcome, Michael.
Thank you for having me, Doreen. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. You and I have known each other for, 3-4 years?
Absolutely.
And we met at a time when you were having a few challenges in your professional life.
Yes. I think we met through a mutual friend at the time. He wanted to introduce me to you. And you met me when the business just wasn't growing. I had some personal stuff going on. And the conversation took a route that I was absolutely not ready for, but definitely needed. You spoke to me about the undervaluing of myself. And we're not just talking about with the business on, what I was having clients pay me. We're talking about undervaluing what I brung to the table, and it increased my confidence and it increased my business in just that one conversation.
Which is wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
But we didn't stop talking there, did we?
No, absolutely not. The conversation kept going on. It became a mutual mentoring relationship between each other because you were able to learn from me some things, and I was definitely able to learn from you. And we've grown to become great colleagues. You're probably one of the first people I call when I have a stopgate or a challenge that I'm having. I look at your input as number one because I know you know me both inside and out, and I know you're going to give me the right input, whether if I like it or not.
So in that mentor relationship, is there wiggle room?
Yes, absolutely.
Will I call you on your stuff and you call me on mine?
Absolutely. You will call me on my BS every time. And then when you say something, and I'll probably give you the look like, come on, is that really right? And you'll be like, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But I think for the most part, we have a mutual respect to where we're not lying to each other. We're giving each other the absolute truth, and we look out for each other's personal and professional well-being, which works out well because I think without the conversations that we've had, I don't think my business would have grown the way it did. Which
is important.
Yes, especially now during this pandemic, the way COVID is affecting the economic climate, the way people are changing the way they're doing business. It is difficult to get people to answer to their fears at the moment.
So would you say that one of the number one benefits of having a coach is having somebody that is going to hold you accountable for your process within your business?
Yes. And I think most CEOs, VPs, high-level individuals, they want accountability. They want someone who's a sounding board. They just don't know how to go about finding the right person for them. And they really are scared to try and build that relationship because it's time. It's time staking. It's, trying to find out who this person is, whether or not if I can trust them with my business and my personal life at the moment.
Do they know what they're talking about?
Yes. And that's another thing.
That's
There's
huge.
A lot of people out here who call themselves influencers or business professionals, and they don't have the track record or the credentials to back up anything they're talking about. So it's difficult and a very scary moment for them to be like, hey, I need someone to talk to. I just don't know where to find him.
And in this particular environment that we're in, every business is essentially at square zero.
Absolutely. As of right now, everyone is at square zero.
We have to recreate how we do business.
Yes. And a lot of people are talking about the pivot, right? And I truly believe more than 60% of the businesses are not doing an actual pivot. They're doing a pendulum, right? They're swinging back and forth. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to still do that. I'm going to steal this, but I'm going to still do that. An actual pivot comes from you using one space to
Yeah.
pivot from, and then you move in a general direction, everything in that. So I told a person before, I think it was weeks ago, they wanted to pivot their business. I said, you need to find out which way you're going to pivot. Are you going to bring the business to the consumer, or are you going to bring the consumer to the business? He didn't understand what I was talking about. I had to draw it out for him. And he said, I didn't know that's what a pivot was. I said, of course not, because what you wanted to do was keep some of this stuff, but still do some of this stuff. And that's a pendulum. That's moving back and forth. That's confusion.
Michael, do you not agree that those people who do not understand the process of creating something new
Yeah.
are lacking some leadership skills?
Yes. Yes. And it's not a bad thing, right? I want people to understand they're lacking some leadership skills and critical thinking skills. It's not bad.
No, it's
you built
not.
a profitable business. You're a great businessman.
Absolutely.
But when it comes down to making strategy decisions, operation decisions, that might not be your forte. That might not be your strength. That's why you bring in a business coach who has business strategy, operations, and all these other things, cash flow strategies. You bring them in to find the solutions for you so that you can use the leadership qualities that you do have to get your team on board to implement and execute the strategy.
So for my coaching, and all business coaches are not built the same.
No, absolutely not.
And my forte is in organizational development.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So I'm the big picture girl.
Yes. And then I come in and I work on executing the strategy so the big picture can fall into place.
Right. So I'm the one that you call to look at where you're going to go, how you're going to get there, yada, 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 right?
Yep.
But the other side of it is that I'm plotting out
Yeah.
what you need to have in what position in order for that organizational development to actually work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think most people need, before they come to me, they need to go through you, right? Because I'm good at reverse engineering the problem or the solution.
Right.
You giving them the overall big picture. This is where we need to go. This is what the 5,000 foot view looks like. Now that you've come to me with the 5,000 foot view, let me build the mechanism on how to get you to that vision.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand that getting to a certain point takes finding out what the daily tasks look like to get to that point. Right? You can't, success doesn't have any elevator.
No.
It doesn't have an elevator. So you have to take
It'd be nice if it did.
It would be very nice.
But it
because
doesn't work that way.
You probably wouldn't be talking as much as we do if there was an elevator, because I'd push that button every day.
Yeah, so would I.
But a lot of people don't understand is success is stairs. And what they don't understand is in a 15, 20 foot building, there's steps and then there's levels. So you probably have to
There's
take
platforms.
15 steps to get to platform 1, and then another 15 or 30 steps to get to platform 2. And each one of these has a lesson to be learned on. And you cannot skip steps nor platforms.
No.
And most people would like to, but I think
And there is chaos between platforms.
lots of it. Bumps and bruises.
And right now, we are in a space of absolute chaos, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody wants to talk about the fact that we got pushed down the stairs
Yeah,
and we weren't ready for it.
correct.
And they're scared to say that I don't want to get up. I don't want to go back.
It's
up those
safer
stairs.
down here at the bottom of the stairs,
Exactly.
flat on my back, than it is to get up and start climbing the stairs again.
But people like me and you teach people, if you can look up, you can get up.
Yes.
And it's okay to go back up the stairs. It's okay to start from square one. It was a groundbreaking thing. You should look at it as an amazing opportunity to give the audience what they need again.
I'm going to say something really crazy here.
Okay.
COVID gave us the best opportunity and blessing possible. It knocked us on our tushes, gave us all kinds of new technology, gave us a new way of communicating, gave us new opportunities, broke barriers,
Yes.
and actually crushed what we were doing So now we have to do it differently.
Best thing that ever happened to me. I was able to finish my doctorate in this time.
So yes, we had a pandemic. Yes, people died. Yes, businesses got crushed. Yes, businesses went out of business.
And
And people are still unemployed. And they're having a lot of issues. And on the business side,
yeah,
it is an incredible opportunity to really blow things up.
yeah,
If you've done the right thing, you've got the right thinking, and you've got the right people behind you.
hence finding a coach.
And that's what we're talking about.
Yes.
So what's your number one, quickly, we've got 1 minute.
Yep.
What's your number one advice for a coach?
For a coach right now,
For a coach right now?
identify who you want to work with, why you want to work with them, and build a system to get them through the process that you're creating at the moment. And once you're done with that, go find 5 businesses that you would love to work with. Research their top individuals, go develop a relationship with them and see what their need is. And if it meets what you can provide, execute it for them before you ask for any money.
Great information. We're going to stop right now and we're going to go talk to our sponsors. We'll be right back in just a moment or two.
We'll be right back after these messages. Strong business has always been the clear economic indicator. Work Suites in Allen, Texas is just one of 18 locations in DFW and Houston that support your necessary transitions with full service and affordable workspaces for upgrading or downsizing your current workload. You need to be focused on growth. Trust the office experts and helpful staff at Work Suites to take care of everything else, from dedicated phone lines and internet to furnished executive and co-working spaces. The OBBM network has tripled our business in the short months we've been with Work Suites and encourages you to step out boldly, make the tough decisions, and get back to work your way. Your nation depends on it. The OBBM network acknowledges that this is a pivotal time in history, and it is clear the United States of America has been undermined by many of our elected officials for some time now. We want our local business audience to stand strong in the face of what we now understand, and to be empowered to grow our businesses on the local level beyond the limitations that have been imposed upon us. We believe it is in our national interest to inspire our communities through strong economic development, and additionally to hold our elected officials accountable for accurate representation of we the people. For that reason, we encourage you to go to WeStandForFreedom.com to learn about the National Write Your Congressman organization that has been the trusted communication tool for local communities for over 60 years. Learn how your representatives are voting. Understand the laws and regulations under consideration on the state and federal level before they are enacted at the county and city levels. Communicate directly with these officials and stand up for yourself, for by doing so, you will protect the communities you serve from tyrannical rule and unconstitutional reforms. The OBBM network is the premier voice for local business, and we take that responsibility seriously. The OBBM network has everything you need to grow and transition your business for success on popular syndicated podcast networks, Roku and other video channels, and the OBBM network app. We work for you, local business, and we've got your back.
Welcome back. I'm Doreen Milano. This is Big Ideas Small Business, and we're talking to Dr. Michael Burks Jr.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So, Michael,
Yes.
what has happened in your coaching process? How has it evolved over the last 4 years?
Man, wow. So when you first met me, it was truly all over the place. You know, we were talking. Truthfully, I didn't have any clarity on who I wanted to work with when I first met you.
I remember that.
I didn't have any clarity. So we had to get clarity on who I wanted to work with. And then we had to find out what the system looked like. How are you going to take them through success? And I had to first identify my story. Some of the things that I went through as a businessman, some of the things I went through personally, and I had to come up with the system from my personal experiences and how I did that. And I wrote it down bit piece by bit piece, and I came up with a few things, right? One is discovery. You have to ask these probing questions to yourself or to your client about what you're actually going through.
Absolutely.
What is the actual problem? You're saying you're having a money problem. Why are you having a money problem? Right? And then after that, why is that happening? Right? So we can get down to the root of the issue. And once we get to the root of the issue, we can identify strategies. And that's step 2. Identify strategies to implement so that we can combat those challenges that you're facing. After that, it is execution. We are executing the strategies, whether if it takes 18 months, 12 months, whatever that case may be. And then the end is about review and redesign, right? Because some of the things may not be working, and we need to review whether or not if it is working and how we can readjust so that it can work on the long term. So that's the process that I came up with. And
Now I've got a couple questions for you in the middle of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
It has been my experience that the best laid plans of mice and men,
Yeah.
execution is the biggest failure point.
Yep.
And the failure point with regards to execution is not necessarily the plan.
Mm-hmm.
It is
The leadership.
the leadership and how people interpret what the plan is.
Yeah. Yeah. They lose focus of the end goal, what they're really trying to get to. And they think the busy work is the execution.
And it's not.
And it's not, right? It's not you trying to figure out who you want to call and, what clients you want to work with. It's you actually calling them. It's you actually following up
Picking
with
up the
them.
phone and doing that, or
that's the real work. That's
getting
the
online and
execution.
sending the email
Right.
or doing whatever.
As a leadership, it's not about you, okay, well, we need to do an assessment with all the people inside. We're going to do the DISC assessment with everybody in the corporation. That's great. But now, how do you use the DISC assessment to find out who's in the wrong department and who do you need to change out? Who do you need to fire because they're not in the right place?
Or reassign.
Or reassign.
It's not
right?
necessarily fire.
It's not always firing.
No.
There's some reassignment going on. That's what I mean. Like, you may have someone who has a characteristics that works really great and they're a go-getter, but you have them in an apartment where they have to sit in front of a desk all day long and it's boring them. You may to take that person out and put them in sales where they work great with incentives and they can be a go-getter, and then take that person that's not meeting the quota in the sales department and put them in a place because they love the detail work and they need to be in front of the computer. Find out where people work. And a lot of times the leadership don't want to take time out to do that, and they leave the system broken.
Well, is it that they don't want to take the time to do that, or is it that they made a decision and their decision stands?
I'm the CEO and what I say goes attitude.
Right.
Yeah.
I hired you to do this, now you're going to do this, even though the skill set doesn't match that job.
So that sounds, and we've talked about this, that sounds like a personal thing that you're bringing to the job. I'm in control, what I say goes. So we go to a personal issue then. Where do you feel like you're out of control in your life, that you're bringing it to the job, that whatever I say goes?
So I can't tell you how many companies I've coached.
Yep.
And I've sat down and I've got it's not a disc, but it's a questionnaire
Yep.
that I do with the employees.
Yep.
And I sit down and I spend about an hour with every employee and just ask a bunch of questions and have this evaluation
Yep.
when it's all done. And when we go through the list of this doesn't work and that doesn't work and this doesn't work and that doesn't work, from the owner of the company or the CEO or the managing director or whoever it is, I'm looking at this broad list of people and what they're into and what their passions are and what they have experience in and where they won and where they really excelled.
Yeah.
They're not in the right space.
They're not. A lot of people are just hiring to be hiring, to fill a space.
To fill a space. And they don't realize the level of talent they have available to them at that nanosecond that could solve those problems if they looked at the problem differently.
Yes. So that comes with the pivot, right? How can I restructure my organization? And we're not just talking about processes and operations.
No.
We're talking about human capital. How can I reposition these people to be more successful so where they can make the business more successful. Because truthfully, a lot of CEOs and business professionals don't understand human capital is going to build your business, especially right now.
Especially
the way
now.
you treat human capital and provide opportunity for them is going to build your business.
They are assets. They're your number one asset.
Right now, because that building may not be there in a couple of months. You may not be able to keep that building where they're working at. You may have to completely take your business offline and people working from home.
Which means
yeah,
several things. Communication has to change. How you appreciate people has to change.
yep,
How you connect with people has to change.
yep,
How you show that people are actually connected and doing a great job. How you motivate people has to change.
yep.
How you engage is completely different than it was 6 months or a year ago.
I'm having a conversation with the CEO right now, and he has to let the building go, but he's still in operation. He has all his people. They're working from home. We're building the process up so it can work. And I told him, you want your people to stay longer. You want them to be in a position where they can work for you for the duration that you have the business. I want you to take the money that you're saving on the building, and I want you to increase everyone's salary. They're having a problem. They're in the middle of a pandemic. Show them that you care. Take the money that you're saving on paying rent and mortgage for that building and the office
Pay
space,
their
all that.
groceries.
Pay them people a little bit more so that they can be able to do more for their families and see how much more work they can do. Me and him having a conversation about it right now. He's very against it. And I'm trying to get him to understand that everyone that's working for you is not in the position that you're in. You're in a very great position to take care of your family. Some of these people are in a mental state where they don't know if this job is going to be there the next few months.
So the real question is, what does the workforce need?
Yeah. And that's
And
been
it's
my...
not necessarily cash today.
Yeah.
It may be security.
Yeah.
It may be
Job security, I think, is the biggest.
it may be groceries. It may be medical. It may be more time off. It could be a lot of different things. But if we're not asking those questions of the workforce,
Yeah.
we're not going to solve the problem so that he gets the best benefit.
Absolutely. And I've been researching that for the last few weeks. Like, what is the best possible solution to offer these individuals who are still putting their families in danger, really, right? Who are coming to the office building. You know, they got masks on, but some people even acquired COVID through the mask or through hand touch or whatever it may be. So how do you put these people who are putting in themselves in danger every day to make sure that your bottom line is right? How do you put them in a better position to where they understand they can still keep their job? This job security is there. They can take care of their family.
Right.
And I won't be put in physical danger from COVID. And it's time staking, and I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm pretty sure me and you'll find a solution over the next month or two.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's take a moment. Let's talk to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back after these messages. Introducing IV Hookup.
IV treatments have been the standard of care used for years to deliver intravenous hydration treatment to patients. Our medical director has created a safe, industry-standard protocol to efficiently support your wellness through IV vitamin hydration, including options for athletic performance, mood enhancement, general wellness, and hangover recovery. IV Hookup now offers full-spectrum COVID-19 testing at reasonable prices. This means we can get you and your staff tested in a quick time frame. Are you hosting a group event? We can provide a customized package for IV treatment and COVID testing as well. IV Hookup is everything you need to both stay healthy and to prove it.
Go to ivyhookup.com to order yours, and we'll bring it right to you. That's ivyhookup.com.
Welcome back. Doreen Milano, Big Ideas Small Business. We're finishing up here with Dr. Michael Burks Jr. And Doctor,
Yes.
what's the prescription for business going forward?
Don't be afraid to change.
Well, that's a good
find
one.
find someone who can help you sift through the confusion, the frustration, so that you can find the best solution for your company and your employees. and then execute with extreme prejudice.
That's a beautiful sentiment. How can people contact you?
Okay. So you can go to execuvisor.com. That's EXECUVISOR, execuvisor.com. You can find a way on there to book an appointment with me or just ask general questions. You can email me personally at info@IamMikeBurks.com. That's IAMMIKEBURKS.com. Or you can text me personally, actually, 214-475-6349. I've grown my business to the point where I'm trying to get a little more personal with people. So I've been giving out my personal email and my personal text because I want to develop the relationship that matters first before we do business. I want to find out if we can actually work with each other, or do I need to direct you to someone in my network? If they haven't gotten to the point where they need me and they need you, I definitely want to be able to do that. So text me or email me personally, and let's find out what the issue is, what the challenge is, and let's work together.
Mm-hmm. And Mike and I do work together. We tag team on companies all the time.
Absolutely.
And we help companies get to that place that they want to go.
Yeah.
So if you can't find Mike, you can always find me at V2E.biz and send me an email through my website, and I can connect you directly with Dr. Burks at any time. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Is there any parting words for the audience out there? Small businesses are really taking it hard right now.
Yeah.
And they're having problems with, the PPE, the second round of PPE, the loans, all these things. Do they need to do it? Do they not need to do it? Is that going to just really crumple them with all this paperwork and being able to get these loans forgiven? Is there something else they can do? Those conversations are all big conversations that people aren't yet really having.
Okay.
So how can you help them?
Don't let fear or confusion stop you from reaching out. Call me, email me. I can direct you in the path of someone, or do for you what you don't want to do at the moment, which is deal with those type of issues. You shouldn't be working in your business. You should be working on your business. Let me work inside your business for you. Contact me. I will put you in the right steps towards the resources that will help you get and sift through these tough and terrible times.
And something that both of us are really dedicated to is bringing you into our network, because we have a great number of people, other businesses, that we know exactly who's going to be able to solve that problem for you and get you on the road to where you need to be.
Yep, absolutely.
So thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much. Doreen Milano, Big Ideas, Small Business, V2E.biz. Have a great day. As your executive business coach, I'll show you the winning formula that I use with hundreds of clients to get positive results. Let me show you how to avoid unnecessary strain on your systems, processes, and your people. You need to have 2 business goals right now, today. And do you know what they are? And the rule of 72 has a huge effect on your ROI. Do you know how to manage that? V2E.biz. Give me a call.
This has been Big Ideas Small Business with Doreen Milano. Doreen Milano solves problems for small and mid-market family-owned businesses and service-based industries. To work with Doreen, go to V2E.biz. For guest and sponsorship information, call 650-483-5798. Big Ideas Small Business with Doreen Milano is produced by Offbeat Business Media for the OBBM Network. For OBBM Network programming information, call 214-714-0495. Unauthorized use of any part of Big Ideas Small Business with Doreen Milano without prior permission through the OBBM Network is strictly prohibited.